Hey peeps. Hey girl. Miss you. I was thinking about texting you, but then I realized it was almost 9. Hi. I'm so glad you're on here. Thanks for... Hey girl. What up? When you coming back? I know, but I was like, it's 9 o'clock. I'm going to get myself in a thing. I'll text you when I'm done. Okay, I love you guys. I'm so glad to see that there's some logging on here at our 9 p.m. Hey, what up? Hey, what's going on? How you guys doing? I'm Erin. I'm with the Famili, family.link. We're on here every night at 9 p.m. And we just want to start talking to the people, feeling the world, you know? I feel this deep purpose in that. And I feel like I felt that deep purpose within myself. Hey girl. I felt this deep purpose in myself as far as I can remember. And I think a lot of you feel that way too. And, you know, I think that that's why we get on here. Hey girl. Hey. That's why we get on here. We get on here because we feel like, we feel like we have this deep purpose and that we've always had it. And in many ways, we felt like we couldn't holster that. Like we weren't okay or good enough, or, you know, one sad, mad, upset, putting up barriers around who we are because it was not okay, right? But it's this deep feeling inside of us that this purpose, this feeling inside of us that we're a part of something bigger. That I'm a part of something that's changing. I was, but I'm not really right now. But this isn't a really heavy scarf, so it's okay. So anyways, I've always felt that within me. And so I kind of wanted to talk about, thanks. I kind of want to talk about that purpose tonight. And I want to talk about a little bit why we are the family. And I thought we should get into that a little bit because, you know, we've been on here, we do meditations, we teach you, we guide you, we talk to you, and we all love you guys. And, you know, I think that maybe we're starting to wonder who we are. And so I thought I'd give you a little introduction of one of the cast members. Hi, I'm Erin. I'm Erin Nicole, and I am one of the founders of the Famili. And, you know, how long have we been family? I think we've been family since the minute that we came here. And I think that we've just been waiting to find you guys. So that's how long we've been the family. You want to see the painting? It's mine. You guys ready? Okay, I'll show it to you. I actually painted that when I had a broken foot and I had a lot of time. So it was a long time ago, but yeah. Okay. Thank you. All right. So I'm Erin, and I'm a spiritual evolutionary entrepreneur. I do a lot of things. I have done a lot of things. Thank you. I was coming on here thinking you know, where do you, hey, what up? I am a spiritual evolutionary entrepreneur. So I'm an entrepreneur, and I like to add little twists to it because aren't we evolving? Aren't we feeling like, you know, maybe we're a little attached to a lot more, like we feel a lot more, right? And I think that we're kind of communicating in different ways, feeling a little stuffed in our space. And, you know, I just want to be real. And I think that's how I feel, super inside. And I'm okay with that. And I think I spent many years not being okay with that. Yeah, I'm an evolutionist in so many ways. Check us out, family.link. We are bringing in new educational ideas, inspiration, and idea, to take your purpose and your true you all the way. And we want to link that together. And that's what the family is we're the link to that. Because aren't we super special? Like, aren't we all individually super special? We're all going, hey, I'm special. Hey, I'm special, right? I have this business. I have this creativity. I have this idea, and it's awesome, right? You have a label, you have a name, you have a website, and you're selling it. Hey, look at me. Yes, because I am. And we all want to be known for that, right? We all want to be seen for what we truly are. And a lot of times we see other people doing similar things and they call this competition, right? But what is competition? Who came up with that word and why do we value it? So why can't we see that someone else is doing something similar to us that maybe has a really great idea about it and combine together, tools for spiritual growth. And we combine together and we make a bigger, better idea of it. Or we just link each other together and share and care because you know what? Someday I might need you. Someday I might need a client switch or I'm out of a product. Like, let's be friends. Let's link our sites together so that people can find us, so that we can be bigger and better in our own true self. Yeah, I don't get competition either. And you know, that's another little piece of like that story. And to go a little bit more into who I am, I've done many different things. I have 2 degrees in business and communication marketing, health marketing communications. And I actually own a salon. I have been in the outer beauty industry for 14 years. I also have a volunteer program down at the senior center. We cut hair for the seniors once a month, and I have colleges, beauty colleges that give credits to their students for coming to the program. We actually won the humanitarian award a couple years ago, and it's the #1 event down there, and it's really great. So I do that, and I'm also through Natural Academy, Gary Mary West Wellness Senior Center. It's amazing. It's like the best place. And we just have lots of really good friends down there. So I do that. And through Natural Academy, which you can find online and on Facebook and through natural.com is my salon. And, we're opening a school, basically. Yes, thank you, girl. And we're taking a school for education in the beauty industry to the next level. And not just for people in the beauty industry, but people that want to feel beautiful. They want to feel great and confident inside, right? Don't we? Isn't that what we all want? Men, women, doesn't really matter who you are. Thank you. And so let's be that, right? Like, let's be amazing. Let's let everybody be that, right? So let's bring that purpose. Thank you. So what I'm doing is, I like you too. And so what I'm doing is bringing inner beauty and inner consciousness services, product knowledge, products, ideas, and inspiration to build you up and let you see, you're welcome, to let you see what you are inside to be beautiful. Because you know what? So many people get their hair and makeup done, get facials, they have a diet, they work out, all of these things just to be beautiful, right? Just to feel it. Does it work? Does it? Or do you still feel stressed out? Do you feel pain inside because you're anxious and sad and mad and frustrated? Feels like you don't have freedom, right? So you could keep trying to do all of these things. Yeah. Keep trying to do all these things to make yourself feel beautiful. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's feel it then. Let's do something about it. So that's what we're going to do. Awaken your inner beauty. Check us out. And I'm hosting classes. Our first round of our bigger classes that we're actually just launching is launching next month. We're going to start talking a lot about it. Yes, it's totally hustling for our worth. And if we all feel better, then guess what? We project feeling better to each other. We're going to start being nicer to each other. We're going to start being nicer and better to ourselves and to everything else around us. And guess what? That creates a higher vibration of good energy on this planet, doesn't it? We want to heal the earth. That's what the family's about, ladies and gentlemen. Let's heal the earth with our vibration. The more we are this together and we feel amazing on the inside, is the more that we can create this here for the place we live. Doesn't matter where you're at. We need everybody. Yes, we're all from Earth. Isn't it funny? Oh, I'm from the United States. Really? It's on Earth. I love you. Thank you, Demetrius' mom. Yes. Like, why are we in a state or a country? I mean, we are, or whatever, if we want to, like, you know, try to understand, to explain, but, you know, come on. We all breathe the same air. Let's try to get clean air together. So anyways, okay. So I told you guys who I am. Yeah. I'm always wondering that. I feel like I've been wondering that since I was a little tiny kid. So this is what I kind of want to get into for you guys. Cause I told you, like, you know, my accomplishments, whatever, like what I do, right? But how did I get there, you know? Right? How do we get to where we're at today? Like, how do we get to all these amazing accomplishments and knowings and understandings and build of, like, this amazing self that we are inside, right? How do we get to that? Like, how do we know, like, what that is, right? So let's figure out where that comes from, you know, and maybe that's the pain that we've shed away, the pain that we've understood, that we can have compassion and understanding for others. Isn't that like our healing purpose? I feel like if you have a pain story, like a lot of us do, some of us don't. Like some of us have definitely had these amazing lives that don't feel like pain, which is great, you know, and I love for all those people that have gone through lives that don't have pain. But many of us do have that pain. And sometimes we have pain and we're through it. We feel strong and we've gotten past it. And then we run into somebody that's going through that pain. Right. Totally, lucky them. But if you run into someone that's going through the pain that you went through and now you're over it and you're better, then you can hug them and you can tell them, guess what? This happened and I got through it and this is how, and maybe I can help you. And you can kind of give them that love and hope, that glimmer that is okay. Right. So, and all these amazing things that we do here on the family to link all of these amazing people together is to also build them up, to help them see that they are beautiful, right? Because we have to feel that first. We have to feel that before we can find that true purpose that we feel like we are, right? So, where I came from was a hippie family traveling in an RV while my dad had a one-man show. It was like this camping lifestyle when I was a little kid. So I started school in first grade in Sacramento, like inner city. My parents stopped there because my dad got a job. Like, really? That's where you put me in school? So anyways, I'm like this little sensitive fairy, right? And I just got bullied, you know, like I just took everything like, I'm bad, I'm horrible. Like, you know, don't tell me that I'm ugly, you know? Yeah, so it's just like, you know, kind of mess with me. So then after a year, we left, we went to Yosemite, and that's where I grew up. I graduated high school in Yosemite High School, a little town called Coarsegold outside Bass Lake. And, we went skiing every Friday. As long as you were on honor roll, you better bet we were all on honor roll. Incentive, go skiing. So anyways, I just was bullied and battered all the time, like through boys, with girls, and just being judged, this and that. And I'm always just like this free spirit, right? Like I just like say things and like whatever, and I love everybody and I look people in the eye, and that's just because I care and I have like love and compassion for people, just honestly. And I'm very true to that for myself. And that's something that I want to be true to within saying that, and not feeling sort of like, oh, I used to feel like, oh, if I say that I'm like big-headed or whatever. No, I am honest all the time. I'm like so bitterly honest that people think I'm lying. Well, you know what? I don't care. You could think I'm lying or whatever, but like I'm just like heart truth. Like, hi, I'm a fairy queen. Welcome to my heart truth. I can't say anything but. So anyways, like that's just the way it is. And so because I'm so like quote unquote intense like that, you know, people take me the wrong way, you know, like cause I'm just like loving on people. Like I just see them. Like I see how like their big hearts are and like how they hide it. And I just like want to help them. I've always felt that way since I was a little kid. So, you know, like girls would think I was liking their boyfriend or hitting on their boyfriend or whatever, cause I was just being friendly. And so I would have to like really watch like how I was acting, and then I wouldn't even know that I was doing it, and then I was doing whatever. And I, you know, I had a lot of pain, you know, and I just wanted to leave. So, 17 years old, right before I graduated, I went to the recruiting office. I signed the papers for the Navy, came home, told my parents I wanted them to sign it. They were like, you did what? And we love you. You can do whatever you want. They signed it. And I went into the Navy 30 days after graduating high school. So straight from the woods to Chicago boot camp. 3 months. I did top secret satellite radar comms in the Navy. I have been to 24 countries, all for free, on an amazing boat called the USS Pearl Harbor. You know, I struggled there too. You know, I think that I just wanted to find my creative purpose. I didn't even know what that meant, you know. It was amazing. I met a lot of people. I saw amazing things, and I would never take any of it back. But, you know, I just felt taken from a lot, and I didn't know how to receive and give at the same time. So I couldn't like flow that energy. And so by the end of the Navy, I was pretty, like, I started getting really sick. Like, my stomach was messing up. They told me, like, I have hiatal hernia, which is, like, basically where your stomach is, like, not connected to your esophagus in some sort of way, blah, blah, blah. And so I was, like, having a lot of stomach problems. And I ended up getting out of the Navy right before 9/11. And it just happened to be that way. It just worked out. And so I just continued to be really sick after that. And slowly, you know, I learned a lot of things. I grew. I learned how to not be so bullied. I went to school. I got my 2 degrees. I started doing hair. I also paint, which I guess you guys saw some of my artwork back here. And I was doing art shows for a while. I was in like one of the top salons that had like, that was on the radio all the time and stuff. And then I also had some billboards downtown at some of the places like TVs and stuff they had, which is really cool, you know, and I really got into that, but it was like not making money. So I was like, what's creative? And I started doing hair so that I could be creative and, you know, have that outlet, right? But during this whole time that I was like going to school, doing hair, and I waited tables for 12 years, I managed for 3.5 too, in the middle of doing all this. And there was times like I was like sleeping with my mouth open with a book on me because I was doing 3 different things at once. And this is the way I've always been. Hello, hi, I'm an entrepreneur. And so anyways, I've always been that way. It's just in my blood. So, so throughout this whole time and doing all of that, I was very ill, and the stomach thing started to like progress, right? So it was like I was nauseated all the time, and I would get very frustrated. Like I would like hit things and stuff. And then after a few years, I was like, okay, I can't hit things anymore. I just gotta kind of suck it up. Like this is just the way it is, right? So I just got like pretty like just really good at hiding it. And there was so many times that I just felt like I just wanted to like throw up or just like lay in a hole and disappear. But nobody ever saw because I got tired of people asking me what was wrong. So I just faked it. You know, and then I think that made me really mad after a while. And then when I got mad is when I think things got a little worse because, for about 7 years, I was in and out of the hospital every 3 to 6 months. Usually about 3 to 5 days on a very high pain med. Probably in the worst pain I've ever experienced in my entire life for a really long time. And through that pain, Western medicine never found anything wrong with me. And after a while, they would accuse me of faking or drug seeking, even though they couldn't find any drugs in my system. It was like, I just felt like a ticking time bomb. I felt like, dude, like, is this ever gonna, you know, end, you know? And I think that I just kind of started coming to a point where I was like, okay, I can do this. Like, I'm just gonna bear it until I can't. I mean, they would like hear me like screaming down the hallways and stuff. Like, it was crazy. Like, I look back, like talking about this, like, I don't really care. Like, I'll get into it, whatever. But it was definitely like something that was just super crazy. It was like almost out of a nightmare movie or something. So anyways, all of this pain, and I just kind of threw my hands up one day and I was like, I'm going to take a trip by myself. I'm just going to kind of get away and like see what that even means to me. And so I booked a ticket to Hawaii, and 2 weeks before I left, I found out a friend that I knew 15 years before lived in Maui, and I changed my flight 2 weeks before. Ended up staying with a friend in Maui, and she and a Western medicine and Eastern medicine doctor. She's also a master's psychologist and therapist, yogi, healer. And I get there, and she's like, "You're not sick." She's like, you have gifts. You have, yes, Jess. She said, you feel energy. She said, you have higher senses. Nothing's wrong with you. And I really didn't know what she meant, you know. I did and I didn't. I think I was just like hopeful that maybe that was it, you know. Yeah. And yeah, and so then the doctor, I ended up getting sick while I was there, and she was there through the whole thing, and she actually was like, you have shaman sickness. And I was like, shaman sickness? Like, what is that? Yeah, and shaman sickness is what a lot of us have right now, if you really want to put it into light. People have anxiety disorders, stress disorders, manic depressive. If you ask me, we're higher senses, right? So nobody's really sick. They just don't know. They don't know they're taking on this energy and they don't know what to do with it. Right? So for all the pain that I went through, guess what? I saw a whole world change before me because I was able to feel my pain in the middle of these attacks one night after this Hawaiian trip. And I sat into it and I was like, I felt myself manifesting the hospital and watching these visions unfold. And I realized in that moment of sheer pain that I was going to go through this again, that I didn't have to. So I literally crawled across the floor, pulled myself up into the mirror, and I said, we're not doing this. I laid my hands, one on my heart and one on my solar plexus, and I said, for an hour, almost an hour, I love you. And every horrible thought that was coming into me because of the horrible pain that I was in, I just threw right out of my mind. I'm not going to do that. I'm not. And guess what? It went away. For the first time in 7 years, after throwing up and being in this horrible pain that was coming over me, I was able to not go to the hospital. For the first time in 7 years. Yeah. Guess what? I've never been back to the hospital. Because I don't have to. I don't. Because I can heal myself. And we all can. Because we're energy. It's the new normal. And I feel that purpose in me. I feel that, yeah. I feel that true purpose for all of us. And I am here to help facilitate doing that. That's what the family is. That's what we're creating these mentors for. To be here for you guys. To help you and guide you and show you how to use these muscles that we have that we don't know how to use, that are basically, quote unquote, atrophied. Like if you were to break your hand or your arm. I know. And it kind of, the muscles all go away and they're not being used. Well, that's kind of what's happening to all of our muscles, but they're getting strong, or we're being born. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. You know, and we're born with these muscles being slightly stronger. Yes, they are awesome, and I recommend them, and we do them, and I do them, and yes, like that's definitely it, and that's what we teach as part of what we teach, and we're trying to do it in new ways, you know, so that we're not scaring people, you know, because people have a lot of ideas about the way things should be, and so we want to come and help you guys understand in so many different ways, and that's why we're a team, because we all have different ways of saying the same thing. I am love, and love is me. Yes. Right. If we love ourselves, right, then we can love everybody, because we are that. I am. So I don't want anybody to go through as long of pain as I went through in figuring out that I can feel energy in different ways. So who I am, who am I am. On this earthly planet, they call me Erin. Some say I'm descended from a fairy queen. Our Mother Earth Gaia. Lilith. And maybe Indria's web in the center of creation. But aren't we all attached to some of these similar vibrations and our own vibrations that make us these ancient, amazing light workers? And that we're all here for a purpose. And that we're all a big part of this puzzle. And I'm here to help you find where your piece goes in the puzzle. That's the family's purpose. And as we help you find your purpose and where your piece goes, we're also going to find those people that do have their purpose. Yes, love, yes, yay! Welcome to the family. I'm glad you're on here. Yes, I have wings. What color are your wings? And we want to be free to have those wings. And, yes, I feel that. I totally feel that. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. You know, we all have a big purpose on what our piece provides. And I'm ready to shine. I'm ready to say that I am a piece of that and that I'm a part of that. Who's with me? Who's coming with me? Not at all. Are you serious? That's what I'm saying. Welcome to the family. Ain't nobody weird here. Like, what's the word weird? Like, we could really get into that too. Yeah. You know, like, what's weird? I'm weird. We're all weird. Like, I just, like, want everybody to be their weird. And this is awesome because I really wanted to, like, touch on this, and we're kind of getting to the point where I should probably get going here soon, but, so, okay, really great example. Yeah, we're all weird. So really great example of, yeah, in a great way. So, yeah, many healers are wounded and sad, and really a lot of healers feel like they want to like die, or they want to go away, or they hate this place and they're like complaining all the time, but it's because they just feel everybody. And if they just knew that they could like cycle that out, then they wouldn't have to feel that way. So 9 times out of 10, when people are in that low state and they get there, they're a healer and they just don't know it. So we want to help them know it, right? So, okay, so this is a great example is, yeah. Yes, and we're going to vibrate higher so that we can be like this amazing, high, loving, like vibration. If we create more and more people like us, then we create that on the earth because it's all energy, right? So let's do that together. So like what I wanted to say is the movie Hunger Games, right? So that movie is so great for many reasons, but I just wanted to show a couple pictures of some of the characters because it's like, what they are able to do and be in that, thank you, in that is that they get to be who they want. Nobody even judges them. They have all these like cool things. Like here, I'm going to show you guys on my computer. Like, let's see, turn it around. Like if we can see, look at this, right? Like she is like so awesome. And this like, yeah. And then we'll look at it like a couple more, just like really fast, just to like let them be these characters, right? Like, see, like, oh my God, like they're so amazing. And we'll just show this one guy like down here. Look at this. Like, yes, like look at that beard. Like, okay. So anyways, yeah, so like they get to be and like dress and like whatever they want. Some of them like dress down and like they're like raggedy or whatever in like the different cities and whatever, but like nobody judges what they look like, what they're wearing, right? Nobody judges. Do you notice that? Like there's no judgment in the movie. Isn't it funny in movies that they don't really add the judgment unless it's like part of it? Your true selves as soon as I Yeah, right. Yes. Right. Yes. And it's like, okay, so nobody judges that, right? So like, why don't we create that world that we get to be that, where I get to wear my wings, you get to wear your wings, and we get to be whoever we want. I get to have my blue hair. I don't know if you guys know I have blue hair. Yeah. And so anyways, okay. I literally have been talking for way too long, and I gotta do stuff. And I'm an entrepreneur and I'm building things. So anyway, I love you guys. Yeah. Yes. Okay. So I love you guys. We're on here every night on this Periscope feed, 9 p.m. every night. I'm on here. My family's on here. We're going to start. We have a new, family.link. Thank you, girl. Yeah, we have a new calendar going, guys. So get ready, because hi, I'm Erin Nicole, and I am the Mama E of the family, the Fairy Queen. Find me on Facebook. We're also on Facebook, the family.link. And again, check us out. We're every night. Love you guys too. Every night, 9 p.m. Check you later. We'll be introducing new cast members. Good night.